Hey everyone, it's Final Round and my name is Jordan. We have a pretty big slate for Tuesday. I spent a good bit of time looking through props to find ones that I liked, and I have a few for you. You will see images that come up on the screen. Those will be from a data app called Outlier. There'll be a link in the description that'll give you a 7-day free trial for Outlier. And before I hop right into the picks, I know people have been asking about baseball. Where's baseball? But it takes a lot of time to do 2 videos in one night, and a lot of people voted that they'd like to see NBA for the rest of the season and then do MLB, when there's days off. So I will recommend my friend Steven from Just a Bet Outside. He's been doing great with baseball. I tailed some of his picks today and they all hit for me. And that is basically his primary sport. So that's what he does is baseball. So recommend go check him out if you haven't. But this first pick that I have is going to be Donovan Mitchell over 4.5 assists at -120. He's going up against his old team, the Utah Jazz, who give up the most assists overall to teams and the second most assists to the shooting guard position. He's gone over this line in 17 out of the last 20 games, and he's averaging 10 potential assists over the last 10 games. So he needs half of those to be converted to go over this line, which he has been doing a lot. Since returning from injury, he's had 8 assists and 6 assists, hitting this line pretty easily. And I know he'll be returning to Utah, like I mentioned. So he does score a lot when he goes to Utah. The last game he played in Utah, it was last season. He scored 46 points, but he has just been shooting the ball very poorly as of late. Maybe he catches fire. Maybe this is what he needs. Going back, to his old home and, seeing familiar baskets, and he starts dropping buckets. But even in that game, he got 6 assists and went over this mark. So I do expect him to be pretty aggressive, but the Cavaliers have been feeding their bigs and playing through them. Evan Mobley and Jared Allen. I was even considering Darius Garland assist here at 6.5 for -120 because his potential assists have been super high and he's been getting a ton of assists, and they both have been hitting their lines, just feeding these big guys, feeding the shooters like George Niang, and they've been knocking down shots. You have the matchup where they give up the most assists. I think since Donovan Mitchell's line's a little bit lower and 17 out of last 20 is pretty convincing, I'm gonna lean towards him over Darius Garland, but I still don't hate Darius Garland's line. And if you guys could, please like the video, and if you haven't, please subscribe to the channel. And if you have a little bit of extra time, could you leave a comment for the algorithm? You could say anything, and a lot of people do just say anything, and I appreciate it. So thank you to people who do that. The second pick, I took him when he played against the Spurs last time, and he did well for us. Nikola Jokic over 25.5 points at -135. The Spurs give up the second most points to the center position, and in that game that he played, he got 15 points in the first quarter against them. He's gone over this in 7 out of the last 10 games. He's had 39 points and 31 points versus the Spurs this season. So Victor Wembanyama is not really shutting him down, and Victor Wembanyama in general isn't really shutting centers down because they're giving up the second most points to the center position. So yeah, he gets blocks every now and then, but I guess teams are switching off Wembanyama and getting guards and not having him and not having centers post up against him. So the Nuggets are fighting for the #1 seed. I'm not sure how much they care about that, but there should be a little bit of motivation for them to play hard in this game. And the Spurs actually need to lose this game to get back into the bottom 3. But you can't tell your players go out there and suck. But a side note, Jamal Murray is questionable for this game. If he is out, there should be some more volume going Jokic's way. And then the third picks can be Miles McBride over 2.5 assists at -120. He's going up against the Heat, who give up the 17th most assists to the point guard position. And I know he's playing with Jalen Brunson. They give up the 6th most assists to the shooting guard position. So whether he's playing point guard or Jalen Brunson's playing point guard, they give up a good amount to the guards. So he's gone over this in 6 straight games, and he's played 7 games where he's gone 40 minutes plus. And when I mean like plus, like he's playing nearly the entire freaking game. And he's gone over in 6 out of the 7 games where he's been playing 40 minutes plus. So he has been averaging 8 potential assists over the last 5 games. We need him to convert less than half of these potential assists, and he'll go over this mark. And if you guys do well with these and you feel like giving back, I have a Cash App and Venmo in the description. You can donate back to the channel. And I also want to shout out my partners, Underdog Fantasy, Sleeper, ParlayPlay, and ChalkBoard. Use promo code FinalRound11 on any of these. They'll match your first deposit up to $100, and Sleeper will do it up to $500. There'll be links in the description that'll take you straight there with the promo codes. And thank you to anyone who uses those. So these next bets are going to be what I call first quarter props. So this first quarter prop is going to be Jalen Brunson over 1.5 assists. At -120, he's gone over this in 7 straight games. And the second pick is going to be Donovan Mitchell over 4.5 first quarter points. He's gone over in 7 out of the last 10 games. And like I mentioned, he's playing in Utah. I expect him to have a boost. And when he played in Utah last year, he had 11 points and 12 points in the first quarter. So looking for him to get off to a hot start. And then this last one is going to be Michael Porter Jr. over 4.5 points at -115. I'm telling you, a lot of these have really high hit rates and decent payouts. He's gone over 9 out of the last 10 games. Against the Spurs this year, he's gone over 2 out of 2 times. So how many props are you going to find with a 90% hit rate over the last 10 games that give you -115? That's just crazy. And I think the books are starting to catch on with some of these first quarter props because a lot of them are either getting bumped up or the payouts are getting dropped a lot. So a lot of these were plus money or even money for the longest time, but I guess a lot more people are starting to bet them and realizing they're having success with it. So if you'd like to discuss lines further, I have a Discord, link is in the description there. Conversation going on all day long there about all kinds of sports, baseball, basketball, soccer. I got a soccer expert in there, Mike Quito. He's got his own channel. He's been doing great, making a lot of people money. You know, I take his money lines when I have time to, but he's normally doing like money line sweeps like almost every single video. He's making people a ton of money. Check him out, Mike Quito. And recap of today, or I guess yesterday, whenever you're watching. It was not one of my best days. Cade Cunningham over 4.5 rebounds. Jalen Durant got hurt very early, and I thought, okay, this is going to be a lock. Grizzlies giving up the most rebounds to point guards. They missed the most shots, and he got 4. He just didn't seem too interested in getting the rebounds, so he hooked on that. Tyrese Halliburton got 1.5 steals plus blocks for -105. He did not get the plus money, 2 steals. And I was surprised he was out there when he got the steal. They were up by 30 points, and it was like in the last minute that he was playing that he got the steal. He probably should not have hit this line with that massive blowout. And then Jabari Walker under 7.5 rebounds at -110. Jabari Walker played 40 minutes and the most minutes on the team. And he had not done that at all as of late. He had not been playing many minutes at all. I know they've been having a ton of injuries, but even with a ton of injuries, he had not been playing that much. And he ended up getting 9 rebounds going over this mark. If I knew a guy was going to play 40 minutes, I would not take an under on him. So his lines, all of them were low, but it was still a tough matchup, and it just, it is what it is. The guy plays 40 minutes out of nowhere. Can't do anything about that. And then first quarter props, Jalen Durant rebounds. He got hurt and didn't play the rest of the game. Jaylen Brown was out. Santi Aldama, and this was a 9 out of 10, 90% hit rate play. He did not go over 2.5 first quarter points. He missed a couple of 3-pointers in the first quarter. He did not get that. And then Gary Harris, 2.5 first quarter points, -110. He hit that pretty easily. He's been my guy with first quarter props. Just keeps cashing for me. So thank you, Gary Harris. Hopefully the payout does not go down for that one, because I like that he either can hit 1-3 or just 2 baskets and it's done. So like I said, not the best day. We're going to see as the season comes to a close we're going to see young players like Jabari Walker come out of nowhere, get a ton of minutes. We're going to see guys that we've never heard of come out of nowhere and get a ton of minutes and get a bunch of stats. I didn't think it'd be 40 minutes, but still, we're going to see that come out of nowhere, and it's going to be good for us if we can spot those early, spot those guys that are going to be stepping up. And getting a bunch of minutes, and their lines are kind of low, and we know that they're going to get a lot of playing time and have chances, or it can catch you off guard. I normally don't take too many unders, but I feel like whenever I do, unless it's Kelly Olynyk, they have like really good games. So not too many unders going to be coming from me unless it's Kelly Olynyk. Even my guy Dylan Brooks burned me this year on an under, and he's gone under a lot this year. But that's enough talking. Going to get this edited. And like I said, for baseball, if you're still watching, check out Just a Bet Outside. Steven, doing great over there. I'm probably going to tell his picks again because he just really knows his stuff. And then for soccer, check out My Quito. He's probably going to comment, and you can just click on his comment and check out his channel. So God bless you all. It's the final round. My name is Jordan. I will catch you on the next one. Bye.